Deceitful backyard breeders left this tiny puppy in the desert heat just because she was half blind and deaf. But they knew nothing about her will to hold on to life. Her name is Fiad. You won't believe how this big furry survivor has amazed her to this day. Rescuers were very surprised and saddened to come across a husky in such a blistering hot region. As mentioned before, because of those who do this purely for profit, she was born disabled as a result of inbreeding. While her other siblings were sold thanks to being healthy and good-looking, Fiad's coat hadn't even grown in the extreme heat. When the rescue team brought her to her San Diego home as a foster, she stared at her for a long time. After seeing that sight, while people used to read and watch about the evils of humanity in the news and on social media, she was now faced with the consequence of another cruelty. And believe it, witnessing this outcome in real life rather than in the news was much more painful. From that moment on, she needed to make the puppy feel the thought, "I'm so glad I met you." Of course, this responsibility wasn't easy. She couldn't have known what she would experience a short time later. When she took her to the veterinarian, she didn't know what other problems she might have besides the conditions she already knew about. While she was filled with negative thoughts, the veterinarian said, "This brave husky has no fear, don't worry. Everything will be fine." This turned out to be her experience, not just a wish. After a while, Fiad wanted to kiss and play with everyone she met on walks. Of course, her wanting to play with people and making them love her was not a problem. But walking a dog with a hearing impairment without them listening to commands sometimes made her anxious. The harmony that would develop between them over time was something she hadn't expected. It was as if she was the hearing organ, and Fiad constantly expected feedback by looking at her face. When they hit the trails, Fiad sprints exactly 20 feet ahead, slams on the brakes, and whips her head around to read her facial expressions. If she smiles, Fiad keeps going. One just has to be careful not to sneak up on her. She always taps heavily on the floorboards so she can feel the vibrations before reaching out to her. They are even learning basic sign language now. The part that surprised her, and will surprise you when you hear it, is this: huskies normally hate water. At least that's what she knew. But Fiad was never a stranger to water, looking like a marine creature that came from beyond the ocean. Whenever they went for a beach walk, Fiad would drag her toward the waves. The staff at her daycare say, "Our queen never stops playing." This naughty girl, who walked with her every day and played so much at daycare, wanted to play at home without resting. She realized she probably shouldn't have immediately cleaned up the rooms Fiad messed up, because there was no end to it. One day, after seeing Fiad's late-night play energy, her father said, "I think you need to see a dog psychiatrist." People would see this small blue-eyed troublemaker and ask about breeding her. But when she hears these questions, she thinks about what they went through at the beginning of their story and politely refuses. No matter how politely she spoke, they didn't know that the meaning of her name is wild in Irish. She also wants to take Fiad to visit the beautiful green Ireland that she has never seen or known. She hopes you didn't sense any feeling of resentment in what she shared, because she wouldn't trade the chaos and energy Fiad brought to her for anything. Even though they are two separate bodies, they are a whole. They still have so much more to experience together. You can write your thoughts about this story in the comments. To not miss the next stories, you can follow the Healing Paw. Enjoy the video.